So my name is Jean-François Coin. So I'm working for Bayer company, and my real job is heading the analytical lab, and I'm also in charge of the LabVantage LIMS project. So I'm one of the project manager for this project. Bayer is a big company, so with 3 pillars. So I'm part of the consumer health and in an R&D center, but we are a pharmaceutical company. So one of the challenges was and is still we are running under GXP. So we are producing GMP batches, so we have to fulfill all the requirements of the pharma industry. So it has to be validated. Before to run the LIMS, we had to validate all the process we have within the LIMS. So the experience we had, we implemented the LIMS in 2012, but previously we had a homemade LIMS using Microsoft Access. And we did not start from scratch. So we have to rebuild and rethink all the processes within the LIMS. So the management of equipment, the management of reagents, the management of raw materials, formula, sample, result, specification. Everything was already in the homemade LIMS. So when we built the project with LabVantage, we had to think process by process and to implement step by step all the processes, and also integrate some already existing data. So it was one of the challenges at the beginning. In fact, the validation part, it has to be a professional one, and it was too big. The R&D center was growing. We have an R&D center with approx 100 people now. So having an homemade LIMS, it's not really realistic to have something fully validated to be presented to authorities, for instance, and to fulfill with new requirements of the company. So we made the choice of LabVantage at that time because it was a client-server LIMS, and at that time it was not so common. So it was not installed on each PC, so it was with simultaneous licenses, so it was an important thing. And I remember, because I was part of the project from the beginning, so when we select, I also found the processes logical and quite easy to understand for final users. So we build with people from LabVantage France, and we go step by step. At that time we did not call this agile because it was not a word commonly used, but finally this is what we did, because we process in very short cycle, and we implement process by process. Yeah, clearly the easy to use. After also we have a look about the validation part, how it is validated, how the provider can help us on validation. We also discuss with IT people about the server, the size of the server, if it could be located in different places, or if it could be a kind of cloud system. So it's all these different elements that brought us to select finally LabVantage. So we're using for each process, because we have different departments in the R&D center, and we can build the project from the beginning, so with small batches, and we go to the industrial phase where we have bigger batches. So we have formulators using the LIMS, analytical people, so doing the analysis, people from packaging, and even people from quality. So we have now in the LIMS, I think we have 60 or maybe more, but let's say 60 users. So we have simultaneous licenses, and we perform the management of raw materials, of formula, of packaging articles, so all the management of reagents globally, the management of equipment also, And for sure, what is the core of the system? It's the management of test and specification, the management of samples, results, and we also have the modules around stability to ensure the follow-up of the product over the shelf life of the product. It standardizes the process, and it also allows to have all the data we need. We also moved recently to ELN and LES modules to reduce the paper in the lab. So one of my dreams is to have a fully paperless lab, but it's coming slowly, but it's coming. And so yeah, it standardizes the process, it ensures data integrity. So we also implement the audit trails on all the process we have, so we can prove everything we do and why we do. So it really improves the quality of and the traceability of all the data we generate. In 12 years we implement different upgrades, different evolutions. So nearly every year we have a discussion about what we need to improve, what we need to implement in terms of new process or new elements. So we moved to version 5 at the beginning. Now we are at version 8.4, and we also implement the ELN and LES modules. So it's like you said at the beginning, it's a journey, and it's every year we improve the system, hearing about what the final users needs, and yeah, it's moving every year. So we work with LabVantage France mainly to have quotations and every week nearly we discuss with a project manager in Paris. He is based to ensure the follow-up of all the steps and all the phases of evolution and maintenance of the system.